SMN Station Mission Education. SMN Station Mission Education. SMN Station Mission Education.
Good morning, students. Myself, Prakash Raj Pandey, presenting in the video to discuss the subject matter relating to control and quality management, which include concept, process, types, and characteristics of effective control system, potential barriers to successful controlling quality control system, and total quality management. However, I am discussing the subject matters at the same time. I am also wishing you, the students, starting to subscribe, share, like, and comment on the video. Please keep watching. Thanking you. Under control and quality management, now we are discussing about concept of control. Control is making happen the way it is planned to happen. It implies the power or authority to direct, order, or restrain. It also implies the standard of result of any operation or experiment. Thus, control is a fundamental function of management that involves for comparing the operating results with plans and taking corrective action when the results deviate from plans. Prior to compare the results with plan, it sets the measuring standards. That's why it is taken as such a measurement of performance against the standard in accordance with the plans, and if there is any deviation, take corrective action to ensure the stated objective of an organization. Now we can look out towards the definition regarding control or controlling. There are so many definitions given by the different writers regarding their way of explaining the subject matter. Even then we can visualize only few definitions according to understand our subject matter. So let me mention only the following definition given by the following writers. According to George R. Terry and Stephen Franklin, that controlling is determining what is being accomplished, that is evaluating the performance, and if necessary applying corrective measures so that the performance takes place according to plans. Similarly, according to Ricky W. Griffin, that control is the regulation of organizational activities so that some targeted element of performance remains within acceptable limits. According to Robert Krinter, that control is the process of checking, testing, regulation, verification, or adjustment to ensure that organizations' missions and objectives are accomplished as effectively as possible. Now, from the above mentioned definitions given by the prominent writers, authors, or thinkers, we can draw following key points. They may be of number one, control measures or ensures that the right thing is to be done in the right manner and at the right time. The nature of control is pervasive because it exists at every level of management. And number three, control is forward looking since the standard of measurement will be established for future course of action. Number four, controlling is a continuous process that is exercised all the time in an organization. Number five, it is the process that compares the actual performance with set standard to ensure the mission. Number six, it is action oriented because the measurement and correction of performance in order to make sure that enterprise objectives and the plans devised to attain them are accomplished. Number seven, therefore, controlling process is the soft system of entire management system. It has four main steps. They are number one, setting out of standard of performance, and number two, measuring actual performance, number three, comparing measurement to standard, and number four, taking corrective action. Thus, the sum function of these whole steps constitutes a control mechanism in an organization, hence, they are to be applied systematically. Now, let me have elaborate the controlling process. Number one, setting out of standard of performance. It is probably a first step for setting the control mechanism in an enterprise. However, since plans vary in detail and complexity, and since managers cannot usually watch everything, especially standards are established. They are simply yardsticks and criteria for performance. These criteria might include production goals, sales goals, service goals, profit goals, and so on. Number two, measuring actual performance. It is considered that a wide range of organizational activities can be measured as part of the control process. In this step, the actual performance of each employee or each unit or each process is measured. This involves setting out of the methods of evaluating performance as for example observation, inspection and reporting. It can be done at different time interval like hourly, weekly, monthly, yearly and so on. Next step is comparing measurement to standard. In this step, measurement is followed by comparison of performance with the standards. It determines how well the goals and objectives have been met and check whether there is a gap between the standard and actual performance. Thus, this will point out that any performance is equivalent or not or deviated from the standards. Hence, comparing measurement to standards identifies the cause of deviations such as slackness on the part of the employee concerned with performance, machinery breakdown, market slowdown, technology outdated, and so on. Corrective action is not necessary in the case of performance equivalent to standards. Therefore, differences must be identified for the purpose of controlling. The last and not for least step is taking corrective action. After compare the measurement with established performance standards, there is needed of corrective action if necessary. Thus, once an organizational problem has been identified, necessary corrective action can focus on one or more of the three primary management functions of planning, organizing, and influencing. Correspondingly, corrective action can include such activities as modifying past plans to make them more suitable for future organizational effort. This may be way of interchanging of duties among personnel, clearer definition of duties, conducting employee training, change in the style of supervision, leadership, motivation or communication or alteration, modification of the performance standard. Now let me have to discuss the types of control system. There are three types of management control. They are pre-control, concurrent control and feedback control system. All these control systems are relevant to manager for controlling resources, activities and results. Objectives of the organization, specific purpose of control and situational variables determine the appropriateness of the types of control. They are determined primarily by the time period in which the control is emphasized. Okay, number one, pre-control. Control that takes place before work is prepared is called pre-control or feed-forward control. It is preventive in nature, which is applied before starting activity. It involves evaluating or evaluation inputs in an organization. It focuses on preventing deviation in the quality and quantity of resources to be used in an organization. In this regard, management creates policies, procedures, and rules aimed at eliminating behavior that will cause undesirable work result. They may control anticipate problems before they occur. Number two, concurrent control. Control that takes place as work is being performed is called concurrent control. It relates not only to human performance but also to such areas as is equipment, performance, and department operations. It focuses on transformation of input into outputs. It is also called gatekeeper control or real time control, which is implemented promptly by the supervisory activities of managers. Hence, this type of control has steering nature that monitors ongoing operation for ensuring the stated objectives in overall plans of an organization. Number three, feedback control. Control that concentrates on past organizational performance is called feedback or past action control. This type of control focuses on end result of an organization. It takes corrective action to solve problems after they occur. Managers apply it in the organization by looking at organizational history over a specified time period. Of course, financial analysis after the end of the financial year, employees' performance appraisal, quality control reports of certain product, standard cost analysis, and so on might be good instances of feedback control. Okay, now we can discuss about characteristics of effective control system 2. An effective control system is one that makes everything is going on properly and easily to ensure objectives of an enterprise. Hence, it is important that managers should have due consideration to design effective control system in terms of silent features like objectivity, strategic focus, realistic, suitability, timeliness, simplicity, accuracy, flexibility, acceptability, economy, and so on. The following are the main characteristics of effective control system. Number one, objectivity. A control system can be effective only when it is objective or impersonal, but not subjective or arbitrary. It should be designed in such a way that everyone in line of control must be understood. Number two, strategic focus. The control system should focus on key performance points or key results area. It should not aim to control to everything where corrective action might be imposed. Number three, realistic. Control system should be authentic, that could not elaborate, polish, and distort the facts and figures of performance impractically. Number four, suitability. Control should be linked with planning so as to ensure appropriateness of nature, needs, and circumstances in each level of activity inside the organization. Number five, timeliness. Time is an important element in enforcing the control system. The control measures should be taken at the right time so as to ensure work standard at any particular time. Number six, simplicity. The control system should be easy to understand. To be effective, it should not be complicated. A complicated system will not deliver expected result and perhaps creates hurdles in proper performance. Number seven, accuracy. An effective control system should reliable on the basis of valid data. Otherwise, managers by mistake could make inappropriate decision. Number eight, flexibility. The control system should be so elastic to adapt in changing needs of an organization. Otherwise, employee will try to evade it. Number nine, acceptability. Imposed control system may not be effective, hence it should be so designed that could develop the general consensus among employees. Number 10, economy. An effective control system is one that can be easily installed and maintained. The cost of operating the control system should be justified by the benefit to be derived by way of quick detection of deviation. Now, why not we discuss the problems of control system too, or potential areas to successful controlling. Control system may not work exactly as it is intended. There may be of several problems like overemphasize on narrow vision of management, of course, short-term perspective rather than long-term. Employee frustration, circumstances, factors, etc. during the implementation. The following are some of the problems which are often seen in control system of an organization. Number one, rigidity. Control function can be dysfunctional at times. Only the detailed follow of standard operating procedure of control mechanism cannot work anymore. Rigid rules and procedures always defeat the purpose of control. Hence, the system should support reliability, refinement, improvement, and efficiency. Its purpose is not only to sanction or penalize employees. Because of this, employees become defensive only. Moreover, the creativity and risk-bearing capacity of them will adversely be affected by the manager's rigid behavior. Number two, over control. Organizations try to impose unreasonable and excessive control on too many things. As a result, it can increase employee frustration with their job and thereby reduce morale. This may create problems when it directly affects employee behavior. Similarly, highly controlled environment does not support motivation and promote sense of accountability too. Number 3, lapses in reporting. Employees normally does not have habit to synthesize authentic information to reporting. As a result, they often distort information and prepare invalid report in last hour. Hence, due to the lack of proper information received from immediate subordinates, manager cannot evaluate performance exactly. It will be the problems in controlling system itself, since the control mechanism largely depend on available information. Number 4, conflicts. Poorly designed control system lead to interdepartmental conflict in functional management in an organization, since each of the departments may apply their own control system which appears in opposite dimension with each other. As a result, coordination will suffer and ultimately entire control system fails to achieve organizational goals. Number 5, rewards for inefficiency. Control should reward efficiency. If they reward inefficiency, problem arise. Employee will resist the intent of controls that reward inefficiency. As for example, one department had a surplus budget and the other department exceeded budget amount. As a result, first department is likely to get budget cut for the next year and second department is likely to get budget increase. The first department is punished for being efficient and second department is reward for being inefficient. Now let us little bit discuss about quality too. Then what is quality? Quality is a degree of excellence and an inherent or distinguishing characteristic or property of quality is defined as conformation to requirements, not as goodness or elegance. It is a relative term for different people with a different perception. Some dimensions of quality are: number one, performance. A product's primary operating characteristics, as for example, picture quality of television. Number two, features, that is substitute to products basic functioning characteristics, as for example, thumb starter instead of kick starter in case of motorbike. Number three, reliability, a probability of non-performing performance in a specified time. That means reliability. Number four, conformance, that is meeting established standard regarding product's design and operating characteristics. Number five, durability, that means a product life. Number six, serviceability, that means the speed and easy of repair. Number seven, aesthetics, that is look, taste, feel, smell of product. And number eight, perceived value, it means as convinced by a customer. Okay, then quality control system means it is a system for verifying and maintaining a desired level of quality in a product or process by careful planning, inspection, and corrective action. It involves determining minimum standard of acceptability. that is range within which deviation in actual quality from standard will be acceptable. Quality assurance, it means a planned and systematic pattern of all action necessary to provide adequate confidence that a product fulfills customers' expectations. That is, it's problem free and able to perform the tasks it was designed for.
Okay, listen, then what about total quality management?
It is a management philosophy of continuously improving product quality through everyone's commitment and involvement to satisfy customers' needs. According to Richard Schweinberger, total quality management is a continuous, customer oriented, employee driven improvement. It circles around three elements, that is, customer centered approach. It means satisfaction of customer need is top priority. Number two, continuous process improvement kaizen. Quality is never ending process, it means. The use of teams. Quality is everyone's responsibility. Anyone can build up teamwork.
Much. I would like to thanks once again for watching these videos and also requesting all of you to likes, subscribe, share, comment and switch on bell icon for more exclusive. The subscribe button and bell icon is just below. Keep watching. Don't forget. Please subscribe, share and likes for latest uploads.